I really dated that. Like, yo, maybe I should just go back into their DMs and see if I still got it like that. You feel like, like I'm just saying, but like, yeah, I don't though, out of respect, because you gotta let things go at some stage. Damn, bro. Damn.
Nice. Ain't nothing more better than a baddie that knows she bad you exactly that. And that's on period, you dripping like a maxi pad. You get pickups or Ubers, no bus or taxi cab. Not dressing to impress, but you dress to kill, you so flashy, damn. And don't nobody do it like you actually. Can't believe I got with you, cause you was really out my league. I thought we'd be John Legend and Chrissy T. Keith Powers and Destiny, but it ain't work out how we expected.
Okay, well, I'm Brandon. My friends call me Brandon. People I like call me Brandon. You can't call me Brandon, by the way. I don't know you. You don't know me like that. Please, don't. I'm a little light-skinned, handsome, 5'8", light-skinned gentleman who makes music. Disappointment to the family, most deaf, like, Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. I make music. I'm from Zimbabwe. I really love making music. I say that like 12 times. I'm a very complex individual. I'm a very philosophical individual. I think a lot. I live in my head. And I just vibe with the earth. I just give out vibes and receive vibes back. I'm not a perfect human being. I have so many issues and so many flaws that I need to work on personally. But I feel like through this music, I become a better person. So that's who I am. I feel like it's indescribable to an extent, because a lot of my music, I feel like my creativity or the way I make music is a whole different sound, it's a whole different wavelength, it's a whole different blend of everything. I can't really say that it's typical or it falls into a certain criteria or category. Not just in Zim too, like, I feel like, well, like, just check anyone, your favorite artist from anywhere, like, and then you look at me and you listen to me, it's like two different things, two different planes, from the beat selection to the production to everything, which I do by myself, by the way. Everything is just different, I just try by all means to like just have. Okay, I'm weird without trying, if that makes sense. I don't. It just comes out so freeform, so odd, so next level. I think sonically, I'm just like in a different plane, and I just do whatever sounds right to me. Like I don't wait for a trend. I don't look for the same type beats that everyone be looking for on YouTube. I don't go to the same producers. My video creative director is just a whole different breed of himself, So it's just like it's just whatever, to me, that's what it is. Not like it's whatever, like I don't really care, but it's just whatever I contemplate or whatever I create at that moment, that's what it is. I don't have a creative process, if I'm being honest. Like, I can't say that I take anything before I go into the studio, I listen to anything, or I do anything specific before I get into the studio, It's literally just, like, with my beats, with my lyrics, with everything in general, even like the music videos we make and all that, we literally just do the first thing we think about, or the first thing that comes to mind. We don't question anything. Like, I think that's my creative process. I just don't question everything. I go with the flow, I go with what my mind and heart is feeling at the same time, and I find that in between, and I just go, like, first lyric that comes to mind, I put it in. First thought that comes into mind, I put it in. I don't even write songs, by the way. Like, I think my songs out. Same with my beats, I literally just put them on. Like, I don't, not to say that I freestyle, I'll have it in thoughts. Like, at that moment, just put it through. But yeah, I don't really have a creative process. I literally just make as it is. Like, every song that I make is just that. Like, that's straight out of my mind. Like, that's my creative process. No creative process at all. The come up is very complex, especially because, like, for me, the thing is, I started making music at 18, and I was still in high school. I was in lower 6. I was turning 18 at that time, and I was always making songs. I released like 4 songs before I got like my traction song. I don't want to say my biggest hits because like I believe that all my music has evolved and I've gotten better with each track. But that song at the time, which got me the most buzz, that did the things for me in high school. Like I dropped that specific song, and there was all this attention, all this fake love, and all this clouds that just thrown in my direction, and it messes with your mental. Plus, one, I don't like people, to be honest. I'm not a social person. Not that I hate everybody, but I don't like people. Like, you need to understand the difference. Like, like I mean, cross me, yes, I will kill you, like, no doubt. But like, you know, if you don't cross me, you know, you just mind your business. I mind my business. I don't have anything. I'm just very subtle, low key. I don't bother anyone. I promote my music. I don't shove it in people's faces. You know, I just put it out there. Like, not like, oh, listen to my shit, listen to it. Like, I don't come to everyone, just doing whatever it takes to get the next traction. So I think that was the biggest causes of my come up. When I dropped that song, I wasn't ready for the attention it would bring, and eventually it kind of got to my head. Because when you got all this newfound attention, all this newfound clout, especially when you've dealt with a lot of loneliness and neglect, it gets to your head and you don't know how to react to it. And it can either just elevate you into a giant state of cockiness, or you fall into depression, which I did both. Like, at some stage I was just really cocky. I just thought I was the best thing since sliced bread, and then eventually I just had a period where I was like, man, what is this? What is a real friend? What is life? What is all this? And it affected the way I made music, roughly, or the way, not how I made music, but how I looked at my own music now. Because that song is like close to 6K plays on SoundCloud, 6,000, bro, and like that's like crazy. So now seeing that I have other songs which aren't even near that, like, it always made me put pressure on myself. Like, oh, I need to make a song like this. I need to have this. What do people want? How do I make the next banger? How do I make this? But that's not how my music. That's not what I made music for. I made music for myself and for anyone who generates with the message. So my come up is mostly just based on the fact that, you know, I just make music. I just go with the flow. I don't wait to hear anyone's opinion. You know, I just go with it. So that's my come up. But next for me, I can't say that I know. I don't live my life like that. I'm a 5-minute dude. You know, some people are 5-month dudes, 5-hour dudes. Like, I'm a 5-minute dude. Like, everything is just on the spot. I do think about my future and where I want to be in life, but I don't specify it. I don't put any milestones or things that I should achieve by this age, or things that I should have, or waves that I should be riding, etc. Like, you know, I know where I want myself to be. I definitely want to be touring a lot, touring the world, performing, bro. I love performing. I love stage. I like crowd diving. I love making noise. Like, I'm just naturally, like, I'm a very introverted person, but once I open my mouth, I'm loud as shit. And yeah, so I just want to be, I don't know what's next for me, like in the next 5 years, 2 years, but I definitely want to know at some point in my life, I'm just going to be touring, changing the world through music, bringing people together, making huge festivals. I think my biggest dream would probably be to sell out the national sports. Not in fact, you know, not even my biggest dream. I'm going to sell out the national sports stadium in Zimbabwe. Like, you heard it first. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's next.
Think we had a spark, but now the lights is looking dim. And what's the point in trying to fall for you when you ain't trying to swim? When you ain't even interested.
So the song I'm going to be breaking down today is the third track of my EP. It's actually the song which has got the most positive traction, I guess. Like, yeah, it seems to be the people's favorite. Just tell me, like, you see it? Like, quit playing with me, bro. But yeah, there's the third song on the EP. It's titled 051001. Like, yeah, October 5th, 2001. The concept that I went throughout with this EP, like, this EP was basically just me and my growth throughout each of my traumatic relationship experiences. Not all of them were traumatic, I'd say, but like definitely an experience to them that definitely shaped me into the type of nigga that I am today. The song has no hook or chorus or bridge or anything, or even just a catchy cadence. It's just straight flow throughout. I'm just straight venting, straight ranting to everybody. I'm trying to preach to these streets. I'm trying to preach to these kids. I'm joking. I'm also one. I'm just as clueless as love as the next person. You know, I don't know how to maneuver this shit. You know, I've learned a couple of things and I felt a lot of things, and I'll just put them onto the song. Verse 1. Ain't nothing more better than a baddie that knows she bad. You exactly that. And that's on period. You dripping like a maxi pad. Bro, I swear the day I wrote this line, I was actually just like, this is really the bit, like, what the fuck kind of joke? The biggest fear with it, I kind of like the line because it was funny, you know, it's quirky humor. Like, quirky, it's kind of darkish, I know. My biggest fear is that people would take it as a sexist joke, and now it's cancel you are. You are sexist, you are be talking about this shit. Like, you know, it was just a funny joke. It was just a funny joke. I know it might be a little out of pocket, but I hope, like, you know, it didn't offend anyone to that extent, because, you know, that's on periods, because, you know, everyone says, like, oh, period. All the girls be like, period nowadays, you know, so, like, and that's on period, you know? You know, I actually performed it, like, just yesterday, and everyone, they just died off their asses, bro. Like, they were just like, what the actual fuck? But yo, no lie, this girl was fine as hell. Like, yo, she was bad as hell. Like, she's the definition of a bad bitch. Like, bro, she's gorgeous, everything, attitude, confidence, just the look and everything. Like, I'm just like, yo, this girl's a baddie, bro. Like, what? You get pickups or Ubers, no bus or taxi cabs, not dressing to impress, but you're dressed to kill. You're so flashy, damn. I could just stare into her eyes like for years, for eons, bro. Like, it was just amazing. And don't nobody do it like you actually. I can't believe I got with you because you was really out my league. I thought we'd be John Legend or Chrissy T, Keith Powers or Destiny, but we ain't work out how we expected to, but that's how it is. But yeah, we just used to always think that, yo, we used to send each other these pictures, these quotes, these vibes and everything. Just be like, yo, we gonna do this, we gonna chill together, we gonna cuddle like this. Our favorite couple at that time was actually Keith Powers and Ryan Destiny, so that's why I was saying, like, yo, I thought we could have been like these guys, but like, you know. Sometimes I'm wondering how you been doing. Your friends talk about you and the way you've been moving. They say you're growing up, you're flourishing, you're glowing up because lately you've been looking like fine wine. And bro, like, what? I really dated that? Like, yo, maybe I should just go back into the DMs and see if I still got it like that. You feel like, like, I'm just saying, but like, yeah, you know, I don't though, out of respect, because you know, you gotta let things go at some stage. Like, damn, bro, damn, I'm gonna call him. I swear to God, I'm gonna call him. I'm joking. Maybe I'm not joking, but hey, if you're watching this, like the one I made this song for, if you're watching this, hey, yeah, I'm wishing you well. I know this probably sounds awkward as hell, but I wish you love and I'm wishing you well. I wish you all the good things that I wish for myself. It's definitely gonna sound awkward because like I haven't talked to this person in like 2 years. So now the first thing you're hearing from me is a song about how I wish you well and all that. But like, you know, I think it's things that I should say now because like, you know, there was a point where I was thinking about this stuff and I was like, man, screw her. Why did she leave me? Why not? Like, you know, I was holding that pettiness. But as I grew and eventually healed from whatever I was dealing with, I actually learned to be like, you know what, she was an amazing girl. And, you know, it just wasn't working out at that time, or it just genuinely wasn't meant to be. But hey, if anything, all the best. And I wish you all the good things that I wish for myself. Because people can say that they wish you well, but at the back of their mind, they'd be like, I hope this person dies. I hope this person suffers without me. I hope this people. But like, when you say something like, I wish you all the good things that I wish for myself, I think of myself, I'll be like, yo, I hope I get so much money. I hope I get so much wealth. I acquire so much, you know, I get better every day. I get more handsome. I get more everything, you know, more life, more everything, you know. So me wishing those good things for myself, I want the same for you, you know, because there generally is no beef between us anymore. Like, you know, it's just mutual. Second verse was to the males, especially because like, you know, like I was talking about, I think it was more, I could actually address the males first because I know how niggas are. Like, I have scrotum, so like, you know, it's easier to talk to them and I understand how the game works or how niggas feel inside. Verse 2. To all my fellas, it's okay to show some vulnerability. I know we got a lot of insecurities, but we're afraid of being perceived as weak. So we try to stay silent and then we mask it and hide it under misogyny and toxic masculinity. But in all honesty, we acting like that's cool, but it's not who we want to be. Because now we're being sexist and on Twitter we're starting beef and trying to preach saying how they all belong to the streets. The thing is with niggas, like, you know, we feel a lot. People don't actually understand that. I get that women are very emotional creatures and they feel emotions and all that. And they definitely feel it a lot harder, but like niggas also feel emotions. And we can actually like, you know, have certain reactions to things that we can't handle personally. But the problem is, because we're niggas now, because we're men, because we have slongs and everything, we're not allowed to actually go to people and talk about this stuff. We're always gonna have like this look like, oh, what you call it? You're a little bitch, you're just a whiny little bitch, you don't know how to handle your mom problems. Man the hell up, grow a pair of testicles, like, you know, just deal with this shit. When actually, if you just talk to someone, talk to your boys, talk to your homegirls if you have any, talk to your mom, talk to your parents, talk to your therapist, bro. People should actually consider therapy. I've been going to therapy and it's really been helping. I have my best friend who's a philosopher, like he's just like amazing, bro. He gives me wisdom on wisdom and like, you know, it helps. It genuinely helps if you just let out your emotions and understand what you're feeling and take the necessary steps to go through with it, you know. There needs to start being orders. Because the thing is, because we don't get to vent these things, like I said, all that negativity just turns into something else. So now you got niggas who are just misogynistic now. You got people who hate females, who mistreat females. And I see that a lot, like genuinely. So don't be doing that rapist shit. Don't be doing that trying to take advantage of someone just because they're drunk or just because they're feeble or just because they don't understand what's going on and they may be sexually active, but if they're not ready for the situation, make them understand that they're not ready. Just do something else, please. Just put our egos aside and just let the love flow through. Not every girl's an angel, true, but don't let that fold you. And breakup's gonna happen, bro, but don't let that mold you, because you can't be out here tripping, breaking hearts just because of Janet from Form 2. You know, that's the thing. I remember there's this tweet which said, niggas get their heart broken once when they're in their 13s to 16s, and then they never heal from that. And it's kind of true, because I know a lot of niggas who just started breaking hearts just because that girl from freaking Form 2, 3, 4 just played with their emotions, and all of a sudden they just decided to become cold or heartless. Like, guys, like I'm saying, love is a beautiful thing. Let it happen. Stop being so, what can I say, bro? Just so petty. Stop being so petty, bro. Above all, put yourself first. Never let a girl make you lower your self-worth. Before you fall in love, work on your mental health first, because you don't really think they're hoes, bro. You just hurt. And trust me, misogyny won't heal you. Your pride and your emotions will conceal you. So never go chasing for someone who don't love you for the real you, or someone who's just driving you crazy. You know, I will admit, there are some girls out there with intentions. They move mad, and they will pretty much screw you over and take you for everything you got. So you need to work on yourself first. You need to understand the type of person you are, the type of things you need, the type of things you want in a partner, in your life, in the things that you're trying to build. That way you can spot a fake bitch from a mile away. Because the problem is, like, people even notice, like, when you get into a relationship, your homegirls or your homies be like, this dude ain't right for you, this dude ain't this, dude's doing this. But because of your negligence, because you're just chasing something specific, you're not gonna actually realize that. Then when you get played or fucked over, that's just how it is, unfortunately. So yeah, you just need to learn yourself and learn other people, and through time, you'll be a better person. And just put yourself first, take care of yourself, you know. To all my ladies, I know that most of you think men are trash, and I'm not about to come in front like it ain't true, because we live in a world where men kill, torture, beat up, and rape you. We'll never truly know how it pains you. And every relationship is full of lies, cheating, red flags, and gaslights. Emotionally, we manipulate you. And I'm not a saint too, but I'd like to take this chance to apologize on behalf of every nigga that's failed you. See, that's the thing, like, you know, you never really hear stories. You turn on the news, like, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna hear this woman was raped by a husband, this woman was killed by his son or a sibling, or just something so tragic, like, you know, domestic violence, rape, and all that. It's just at an all-time high, and, like, you know, I can understand where all the resentment or all the you know, dislike towards males come from. So yeah, you know, that's how it is. On the relationship side of it, I'm not gonna say that men are the only ones who manipulate, gaslight, do all that emotional stuff. Women do it too, but, like, I know when men do it, it hits hard. Because remember, women are emotional creatures. They're not in love with what you have, but with what you make them feel. So if you make them feel these things, obviously they're gonna take it a different way. And, you know, from a nigga who's not only experienced that, but I'm actually guilty of doing those things to other people. Like, you know, I'm not on this song trying to preach, like, I know what's the best, I'm the relationship guru and all that. I'm imperfect, I've cheated, I've done people wrong, I've sent sneaky texts and had sneaky links and stuff like that. I'm not a saint, but I'd actually like to apologize, not only for me, like, you know, I've changed and all that, but not only for me, but even for those niggas that you never got the apology from. You know, you deserve this apology, because, you know, y'all as women, y'all go through so much collectively. You are not our possessions, but you're our companions, our ride or dies. The Bible says you was made from our ribs, not above or below us, but rather by our sides. And that's exactly where we need you. We view you as an equal. See, because, like, that's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of downplay, like, women want to be above men, like, you know, those hyper feminists be like, men ain't shit, men don't deserve nothing. Then, you know, she belongs to the street, bitches ain't treat her like trash, etc. We're supposed to harmonize, bro. Like, you know, because, like, if you can't get along, like, you know, just the two of you, how you gonna build a happy home, a happy future, and all that, when you're just trying to be on top of each other, just trying to get one up on each other, just trying to be, like, you know, just trying to put someone under you. That doesn't work, bro. Like, you need to learn how to come together, share your ideas, share your, you know, decision-making skills, etc. Makes it better. Of course, there's a biblical view of it all, but women do play a role in making decisions and in being a part of the household and making sure that everything comes together. So why you gotta be all sexist, you feel me? We view you as an equal. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of us. Women make the world go round. I swear you do a lot for us. And we all came from a woman. So you're like God to us. You're the rocks inside of our lives. Don't make it hard for us. And don't you ever settle for the bare minimum. I swear it's not enough. You deserve it all. Even if it's not from us. So let's drop the double standards already. And don't let one bad dude change your perception on all of us. Like I'm saying, bro. Like we were saying before. Niggas go out their way to impress women. You know, it's been like that since the dawn of time. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Like, you can't. You can't. It's been like that. Women make the world go round, especially now in an age where women can go into office, women can have rights, they can vote, they can get jobs anywhere. Like, you know, feminism is growing. Like, the actual feminism, not that hyper shit y'all be promoting. But like the actual, you know, you got equal chances now. So now y'all really making a difference in the world. There's so many influences, so many female role models. And, you know, y'all making the world go round. And we should, us as niggas, we should appreciate that. And admire that rather than just feel inferior or feel like, oh, she's trying to compete with me, or she's too high class, you know, you should just appreciate it as it is. And you know, we all came from a woman. Tell me you did not, tell me you just fell from the sky. You didn't. You came to between a woman's legs. You were nurtured by a female. You were breastfed. You were done all the essentials, you know? And we need to appreciate that more. Like, you know, knowing that a woman waited 9 months to deliver you and then go her whole life to take care of you. You should actually appreciate those females that you see on the street, whether she's selling sweet spamsico or she's in office or whatnot. You should just generally respect a female, male or female or whatnot. And yeah, you know, females, some of y'all have dads. Some of y'all are pretty close with your dads. I see that a lot. Like, you know, if that nigga can take care of you, nurture you in love, you know, at least just be like, you know, cool to a nigga. I'm not saying be all, you know, romantic and shit, but like, you know, just be like, hey, my dad's a cool nigga, so you know, let me be cool to these other niggas that deserve it, you know? Not these niggas doing that other shit, like, you know, niggas who deserve it. Understand the people you roll with. Above all, I think we all need to heal because we deal with hormones and we don't know how to feel. To be in love is so daring, and that's the reason we hate it. So we think it doesn't exist or only worked with our parents. But the truth is that there's love in our generation and it's inside all of us. We're just all scared to share it. Like I said, the age we're in, it's just got people so reluctant to love. Love is such a beautiful thing, but people just want to downplay it like it's the worst thing that ever happens. But like, bro, if you actually just learn a little bit, it doesn't even need to be the romantic, kissing, fornicating type stuff. Just genuinely being nice as someone, showing affection, showing appreciation, gratitude, tenderness, love, bro, like that type of stuff. The world can be a better place. It's just that everyone just wants to compete. Everyone wants to be top shot, top dog, top gender, top this, top that. We need to just put all our egos aside and we can advance. Like, you know, all this shit can stop. All this shit could stop if people just allowed it to. Like, people are just so caught up in this narrative or these social media trends that people are pushing that they actually forget that, you know, loving in general, whether it be your homeboys, your homegirls, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your little brother, you just need to share it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, my name is YOUARE. Thank you so much for having me. This was my breakdown of my song. Please stream my EP dates. It's actually amazing. First to last song is just 13 minutes. 13 minutes, bro. If you're an ex of mine, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for making me the way I am, despite what may have happened between us. And I will catch you in my next release.
If what they say is nothing lasts forever, then what makes? If what they say is nothing lasts forever, then what makes?